K-Rugs, the sober dog, coming at you. Today's video, early sobriety. What it's going to be like and some tips to get through it. Now, before I get started, hit that like, that subscribe. Help me get more content out there to everybody. Help pump Sober Dogs up. Share the content. I'd really appreciate it. All right, today's video, early sobriety. You're wondering why I'm standing outside in this freezing weather. Well, early sobriety is just like Rochester weather. Snowing 1 minute, sunny the next. The other day it was 60 2 days ago, then it was 40-something yesterday, and it's like 14 today. Freezing. But that's how early sobriety is. Up and down and up and down. Some days are great, some days are terrible. That's okay. You got to go through it, and we got to learn how to feel our feelings. Our feelings are going to be like a roller coaster during this period. There's nothing wrong with that. That is our brain and our body saying, okay, these are all the things we suppressed for so many years or hid or avoided, and it's okay to feel that. That's fine. Now, early sobriety, for an example, like the gym. I'd get excited to go to the gym, and be like, I can go get a great workout in. It's going to be awesome. Go to the gym, get a great workout in, and then afterwards be like, that's it? That's my reward for the day? That's my high? And I would just, hit this like depression, because using heroin and cocaine, I'm pumping my brain full of, a high, a 10,000 high. All these chemicals, dopamine, endorphins hitting that. And then as soon as you stop, now, a normal high, sex, the gym, chocolate, things like that, don't equate. They're only a 40 on the scale. So, you're freaking out a little bit. It's okay. These get better with time. We got to give our brain time to rebuild. And that's completely normal. Now, those things that I said, like the sex and exercise and meetings and meeting up with different people, all those things can be beneficial and helpful to you in early sobriety. So you definitely want to make sure you're going to those places, doing those things, even when you don't feel like it. Early sobriety will be anywhere between, 0 to a year. Typically 90 days is what they usually describe it as, anywhere in that point. Now, lasts longer for some people, doesn't last as long for others. It's different for everybody. It all depends on your feelings. But one thing that will come is PAWS, Post-Acute Withdrawal Syndrome. PAWS, can hit some people 60 days in, some people 6 months in. But these are all that depression, that brain function not completely working. There's even been cases of people getting withdrawal symptoms. But basically, you kind of just hit a brick wall where the honeymoon phase, the pink cloud is over, and you're, I don't know what to do. That's, again, your brain trying to figure out this new life and feeling the feelings and emotions, and it's okay. It's completely normal. You're going to go through it, but it's completely normal. Now, the things you could do, to help this process, whether it is the PAWS or just in general, make sure you plan fun activities. Plan stuff you like to do, whether it's go to the park, go with take your dog somewhere, the gym, meetings, hang out with friends and family. If you got a boyfriend or girlfriend, that's a good influence, hang out with them. Friends, try new things, go rock climbing, go paintballing, go whatever's fun for you. The goal with that cycle is, a lot of people think I was talking to someone the other day, and they said, once I get happy, then I'll go to the gym and I'll start going to more meetings. But I got to get happy and get back on my level first. And I said, well, that's not how the cycle works. I don't feel very good, and I'm not talking about sick like the cold or flu. I'm talking about like I'm depressed. But I'm going to go to the gym anyway, and I'm going to go to my meetings anyway, because I know every time I go to the gym, I feel a little better and I get a little more energy. And every time I go to the meetings, I meet new people and I feel better after. And then you do that every day, and then you look back a week, 2 weeks later, and you're like, wow, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm a lot happier. You got to get out and do those things even when you don't want to. And early recovery is the hardest time to do those. Also during this period, watch for relapse triggers. You want to avoid those, the restless, irritable, discontent, your anxiety, your depression, isolation, avoiding people, not doing what you're supposed to do, going to your outpatient, your meetings, your rehabs, being short, angry with people. You want to avoid those. And if you see them coming on, catch them early and do whatever you got to do to get rid of them. That will help you, avoid the relapse, which will start this whole process over. Also, what you want to watch out for is overconfidence, the opposite during this period. Overconfidence of, I haven't drank or drug in 6 months. Everything's great. I got this licked. I can cut back on whatever I'm doing. What we were doing got us there. So, to cut back on it now is definitely going to hurt. And, I've seen way too many people with overconfidence go back out there. 2 people I spoke with in the last year, one of them had 15 years and one of them had 11 years of sobriety, went back out because they stopped doing what got them to that point. They always say, why do we stop doing what got us to where we were? So, going to their meetings, exercising, family, got them to 11 years, and then all of a sudden, I'm good, I don't need to go, and slowly, gradually takes you back out. The next thing, people, places, and things. You want to change your people, places, and things. Got my notebook all wet. Changing people, places, and things is huge. I just did a video on it, talking all about avoiding anyone who's still using, anyone who's a relapse trigger to you, a friend or family member who always pisses you off. Change your things. Like I mentioned last video, I had a gym bag that I used to hide drugs in. I threw it out, even though it was a perfectly good, usable bag when I got home. Doesn't matter. Places, no need to go to neighborhoods that are, drug riddled if you don't have to go. There's no reason to. I don't need to drive down this street if that's where the dope houses are. I'll avoid it. If it takes me 10 extra minutes, fine. My sobriety's worth it. The next one, stay busy. Always hear this, and it happened to me too. I'm sober for a couple weeks, whatever. I'm bored, so I used. Stay busy. Not too busy that you're overwhelmed, but plan stuff. Don't just, assume that if I just stop drinking and drugging and sit at my house and avoid everybody, that will clear everything up. Usually doesn't work like that. You want to stay busy, moving, networking, getting out there, keeping your brain going, keeping your body going. But again, you don't have to pack every minute of the day. You want to make sure you're getting enough rest and all that type of stuff. The next one, share your milestones. Share your milestones. Enjoy it. A month sober, 2 months sober, 6 months. This is a big deal. Get your coin if you go to meetings, share with your rehab, share with friends and family. It's okay to get up and get that month coin if that's what it is. Everybody in that room had a month sober at one time. Don't be embarrassed or whatever. Don't get overconfident. But, get up and enjoy these milestones and, be proud of yourself. You want to build a support system. This is a huge one for early recovery. Whether that's 12-step meetings, your outpatient, inpatient, support group of some type, exercise group. Build your recovery system, your support network. Find out who out of your friends and family is still, is there for you as positive support, not still using or drinking or drugging, not negative. Build it and use it. Along with this one is don't be afraid to ask for help. If you need help, ask for help. None of us can do this alone. I sure as hell couldn't. And until I broke that down and asked for help, I never got anything more than a couple months. Dr. Patricia Halligan always says, it takes our brain up to 2 years to repair itself after addiction. So your brain is going to be flowing. Don't get super mad at yourself if you're having a bad day, a bad week. Feelings are coming. I used to beat myself up and put myself down over, a bad day. Hey, sometimes if I just didn't use that day, it was a good day. And last but not least, always talk to a medical professional if you need to. I am not a doctor, so if medication is needed during this time to help you, depending on the drug you're using, don't be afraid. Whatever you got to do to get and stay sober is what you need to do. Early sobriety is hard. It's a roller coaster, just like everything going on here. But it's all good. You can get through it, and it gets easier as time goes on. Definitely never goes away, unfortunately, with the overconfidence. But all those feelings, everything starts to get regulated. Your routine, your life, your networking, you get new fun activities, and everything starts to get better and feel better, and you feel better, and then you have a life beyond your wildest dreams. All right, Kate Ruggs, the Sober Dog, and I'm out.